Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the City of Dearborn Heights Council meeting, February 10th, 2026. Madam Clerk, please take roll call.
Hassan Ahmad,
Present.
Nancy Breyer,
Here.
Robert Constant,
Present.
Margaret King,
Here.
Denise Malinowski Maxwell,
Here.
Hassan Saab,
Here.
and Tom Wenzel.
Present.
Mr. Chair, you have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Well, yesterday it was Councilwoman Malinowski Maxwell's birthday, so I would like to wish her happy birthday and help.
Thank you. Thank you.
For the occasion, please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you, everyone, and again, happy birthday, Councilwoman.
Thank you.
2A, recognition of crossing guard Pat Donegan. The Captain and Chief.
Thank you, Council Chair, dignitaries. Good evening, everyone. We're going to recognize one of our dedicated crossing guards this evening. She's so dedicated, in fact, she couldn't actually be here today because she had to take care of her family members. So she's going to hold on to the recognition plaque, but I wanted the words of recognition to be on the record. So we're gathered here to celebrate someone whose impact on this community is deeper than traffic lines and school bells and morning routines. We're here to honor Pat Donegan, who has dedicated 40 incredible years to keeping our children safe.
I'm sorry, Captain, one second. Is your mic on? Yes, on. No, no.
On?
Yep.
On?
You are.
Okay. Sorry about that. So she has dedicated an incredible 40 years to keeping our children safe as they journey to and from school. For nearly 4 decades, Pat has stood at the same corner in rain, snow, heat, and in the quiet calm of early mornings. She ensured every child crossed safely, but her service has been so much more than holding up a stop sign. She's been a constant presence, a reassuring smile, and a steady hand guiding generations of students. If you think about it, 40 years, thousands of students impacted. She's helped children who are now adults and who have children of their own, in some cases even grandchildren of their own, going to those same schools. Entire families growing up, waving to her, trusting her, and remembering her as part of their daily lives. She has watched tiny kindergartners grow into confident 5th graders. She has seen shy students become outgoing leaders. She has cheered them on their first days of school and encouraged them on their tough days. She has been there for the nervous parents, letting go of their child's hand for the first time and offering a reassuring smile that they'll be okay. She's got them. And she meant it too. Her corner became more than a crosswalk. It became a place of connection, a place where children learn not to just cross the street safely, but how to start their day with kindness, respect, and a sense of being cared for. Over the years, Pat has been called many things: a guardian, a role model, a friendly face, part of the school family. But overall, she was a constant. That is a rare and precious thing in a world that changes so quickly. Her legacy isn't measured in the number of days that she showed up, or in the miles that she walked, or in the inclement weather that she endured. Her legacy is measured in the thousands of children who grew up feeling safer and more confident and supported because she was there. As she steps into retirement, we know that she leaves behind the corner that will never feel quite the same, but she also leaves behind a legacy that will last for generations. In the stories that families share, in the memories that students carry on, and in the gratitude of our entire community. To Pat, we say thank you for your unwavering dedication, your compassion, and your extraordinary service. You have shaped the lives in ways that cannot be measured, and you have earned every bit of this recognition today. We wish you joy, rest, and happiness in the next chapter. You have crossed countless children safely, and now it is your turn to cross into a well-deserved retirement. With heartfelt gratitude from an appreciative community, we thank you.
And so I want to thank our administrative assistant, Janet, for bringing this to our attention and really paying attention and taking care of all of us at the PD and our crossing guards. So we got, just as a token of our appreciation and to show her how much that we care, we got her a plaque commemorating this event and a nice crystal display here. So it's engraved with her name and the years of her service here in Dearborn Heights. So from our department to her and to our community, we thank her. So thank you, guys.
Well, Chief, you want to stay a second because we have something too from the city council and the mayor for Mrs. Pat Dunnigan. So like the captain has mentioned, she's been with the city since 1986. She did so much, 40 years, I can't believe, 40 years helping our kids, keeping them safe. So for that, it's been resolved that the city of Dearborn Heights hereby expresses its gratitude and appreciation to Pat Dunnigan for her honorable and dedicated service as a crossing guard for the city. And be it further resolved that the city of Dearborn Heights declares its endless thank you for your many years of service and express its best wishes to Ms. Dunnigan for a restful and joyful retirement, signed by Mayor Baidoon, myself, and the City Council. I don't know if maybe we'll take a picture with Janet, and I think she has a friend too, and council members would like to join in the picture.
We have another lady in the audience who has done 20 years.
20 years. I don't know if she sent her on her behalf.
I think she just came here to support. I see
Okay.
we have some of the other crossing guards like online watching as well.
Yes.
Okay. If there's any more crossing guards here, please join us.
It's our first council meeting.
I don't want to take it out of the bag, though.
No, just
Just the flag.
just with the wording, so that I have the, it's, I'm getting the, hold it, I'm getting it later, there you go.
Don't you hide in the back.
Come on, Tom, Janet, ma'am. Where's the captain? Captain? Come on, Captain. Come on, Captain. Oh, Mayor!
Can't miss a photo out. Yeah, we're here.
Yes. Wait, you and the Sean.
Can I say just one thing about my crossing guards?
My daughter works for the university.
Our crossing guards are those people, those employees that show up every day. They don't complain. They don't get complaints. And they're there every day to help our kids. So
Just
I
like
wanted
you,
to say
Janet.
that. No.
Just like you.
Thank you very much, everyone. Moving on, agenda approval.
Council Chair,
Councilman Saab.
I move that the Dearborn Heights City Council approve the agenda for the regular meeting of February 10th, 2026, with the removal of current claim numbers 6-4 as submitted.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Saab, seconded by Councilman Constant. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, motion carries. Approval of the minutes.
Council Chair,
Councilman Saab.
I move that the Dearborn Heights City Council approve the minutes of the special meeting of January 27, 2026, as outlined in 4A.
Second.
A motion by Councilman Saab, seconded by Councilwoman King. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Moving on to 4B, minutes from the regular meeting of January 27, 2026.
Council Chair,
Councilman Saab.
move that the Dearborn Heights City Council approve the minutes for the regular meeting of January 27, 2026, as outlined in 4B.
Second.
A motion by Councilman Saab, seconded by Councilman Constant. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Moving on to public hearing. Please, any public hearing in person, please state your name. You have 2 minutes, name, street you live on, and city you live in.
Hi, my name is Angela Venegas, Dwight Street, Dearborn Heights, Michigan. I just want to talk about something that's come to my attention, and I've spoke with the ordinance office about it already this past week. We have a lot of businesses that aren't shoveling snow, as well as residents, and it's really becoming a safety issue. This weekend, on my travels to Einstein Bakery, going down Telegraph, noticing that there's people having to ride their bikes in the street 45 miles an hour on Telegraph because there's businesses that haven't shoveled their sidewalks. We got kids going to school. I brought it to Mo's attention, Beach Daily by Hines Park. If you go north of Hines Park, the kids only have a sidewalk to walk towards, and it's right up against Beach Daily. Hasn't been shoveled all winter. We're putting residents at risk, kids at risk, and businesses just need to step up. It's just not good. And then I wanted to ask the mayor or Gary Miyake, what's going on with the Airbnbs? I mean, what steps are we taking to get these things being taken care of? Summer's coming again. And I just wanted to know where we're going with those.
I'll respond quickly. I won't take away from.
Mayor,
Sorry.
I'm sorry, finish your.
Sorry, Council Chair.
No problem, Mayor.
No, I'm done. That's it.
You all set?
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. Go ahead, Mayor, please.
Thank you. I'm still getting used to this, guys. Mrs. Venegas, I want you to know that there have been about, or maybe our director from Ordinance Parks, yeah, our Ordinance director here in Animal Control can speak out on this, because I don't want to take away his fame, because he has been working behind the scenes with Kevin Abbott himself, and I believe a couple other ordinance officers, and I think they're at number 7 right now, so. And it's a lot of investigating that has to happen before you can actually find one, because there's no addresses. So you have to do your own investigation, but I'll have him speak on it.
Yeah, first I just want to touch on the sidewalk with the snow. So we did go today and focus on on Southfield down Van Born. So that was kind of our target area today. Robert Bunker was down there. We also focused around the schools, Polk and Annapolis. We were over there as well. There was a lot of similar concerns from the areas over there. So we did some enforcements. We did about 14 enforcements just around Polk. And we do have it on our radar. You know, you and I spoke. We do have it on our radar tomorrow to look at some of those areas. We actually did go to a business on Warren and Berwyn Street today for the city. Yeah. So we went down there and, valid concerns, and we're addressing them. With regards to the Airbnbs, we have identified some. We were working on ways to identify them, and one of the ways we noticed, well, I'm not going to share one of the ways we're identifying them.
Just a process.
Yeah. And we were just clearing some things with legal just to make sure we're all on the right page. We want to make sure we do this right, and we have no issues in the future. There is about 7 of them that we've identified, and we are writing, tickets on them right now as well.
Okay. Thank you, Director. Thank you very much. Any more comments from people in person? Seeing none, Madam, can we go to Zoom? I do, sir. Please state your name, street, city. You have 2 minutes.
They didn't do it this time. Dave Harris, Crinley Park Street, Dearborn Heights. Good evening, first of all, everyone.
Good evening.
I wanted to state a couple things with the Treasury's office. I stopped by this week or last week to pay taxes. And one thing I noticed, it looks like they're a bit short-handed. There were two ladies there working. The one I worked with was very good. I didn't have my tax bill with me. She had to print my bill. She had to get a stapler because hers was out of staples and she had no one to get staples for her, which I found kind of ironic. She then charged me $1 for the copy of the bill, which I didn't need. I thought we were hooked up with BS&A. We paid BS&A online. We don't need a paper bill there. I didn't understand why we need a bill when we go to City Hall. In fact, I checked with the Treasurer's Office in Lansing, and there is no requirement through the state to have a paper bill with you, as long as they can verify the address. So I was kind of concerned about that because it takes quite a bit of time to do that, to issue the paper one, give you $1, do that whole transaction, all of that. Besides the fact that they're backed up and these ladies don't have anybody for a break or anything else. I saw the comments on Facebook about calling back at 7 p.m. if people had concerns. I was kind of concerned about that. Some people are not healthy. They go to bed before that. And it's bad enough we only have Monday through Thursday. I think somebody should be able to call them or get back with them before that kind of time. So those are my comments. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. I'm pretty sure we'll make sure the Treasurer's Office hear your comment and give us some feedback. Any more on Zoom?
I have some comments. I'll leave until our comments later.
Okay, moving on to 6, fund transfer and current claims.
Council Chair.
Councilman Saab.
I move that Dearborn Heights City Council approve the current claim and ACH wire transfers 6-1 through 6-3 and 6-5 through 6-39 as submitted.
Second. Motion by Councilman Saab, seconded by Councilman Constant. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, motion carries. Moving on to 7A, Deputy Fire Chief bid award to ambulances.
Council Chair.
Councilman Saab.
I move that Dearborn Heights City Council award the bid for 2 ambulances from MedX specialty vehicle to lowest bidder for the cost of $594,982 and return the bid bonds to the unsuccessful bidders as outlined in 7A.
Second.
A motion by Councilman Saab, seconded by Councilwoman Breyer. Again, our fire department deputy Chief Hall going to asking us to accept a bid for 2 ambulances. And again, those 2 ambulances are going to take about 18 months to be made.
Dana.
You do? All set? Okay, thank you, Madam Clerk. And again, those 2 ambulances are going to take 18 months to be built, and so we don't have to pay for them for another 18 months. Deputy, is there something you want to? Sure, please go ahead. So that's the good part. The second part, I know our Director of Grants sitting with us tonight, and I'm pretty sure she's working on something big, maybe for the ambulances, hopefully, by the time they get here. Deputy?
Thank you, Council Chair, Council members, and Mr. Mayor for the opportunity to speak regarding this bid acceptance request. We are requesting approval to replace 2 ambulances that were built in 2016 and currently have 97,066 and 121,149 miles respectively. Over the past 5 years, the repair costs for these vehicles totaled $53,475 for one vehicle and $59,169 for the other. As these units continue to age, maintenance costs are expected to increase. The proposed replacement ambulances will be gasoline powered, which will reduce maintenance needs compared to the diesel engines in the 2 current units. The estimated delivery time, as you stated, Council Chair, is between 18 and 24 months. The cost of these ambulances will not impact the current budget, but will be addressed in the next budget cycle, allowing time to explore purchasing options, including financing. The lowest bid was submitted by Medic Specialty Vehicles, as you stated, Councilman Saab, for $594,982. This came in $128,470 less than the next lowest bid, as shown in the attached bid worksheet that you got in your packets. We are also working with our Vehicle Maintenance Committee to develop a comprehensive apparatus replacement plan, which we plan to present to the Mayor and Council in the near future, also working with grant writer Hefty to ensure that we're being financially responsible in regards to apparatus replacement. The fire department remains committed to being responsible stewards of taxpayer dollars. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Deputy.
Very good. Thank you. Very good.
Any discussion from council members? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, motion carries. Moving on to 7B, DPW Director Dancy Bid Award, Lighted Stop Sign.
Council
Council Chair.
Councilwoman?
Thank you. Recommend a motion, the Dearborn Heights City Council approve the purchase and payment of the lighted stop signs from Sugar Sound LLC for the total cost of,
Maddie, at the total cost?
Is it the 50 or 100?
It's a unit cost?
Well, there's
No,
different
it says
prices for
total.
different
There's
signs,
two.
that's why.
Yeah, I didn't have time to put all that in there. It's a unit cost price, so we picked the lowest unit cost for, once we figure out how many signs we're able to purchase with Mahdi and the mayor and determine how much funding we have available, then we'll be able to select the quantity. But we've picked the lowest bid for each one of the quantities, I think. Because I'm pretty sure the one company was the low bid on all of them.
Yeah. So essentially, we haven't, the city hasn't identified the exact stop signs, but with DPW, highway chairman, as well as the mayor and the staff, we'll be able to determine which stop sign we would like to switch out, and then we'll be able to determine the total cost. I did put, there should be GL numbers with the total amount. This is coming out of major and local streets. We have about $700,000 total, so that's around the limit, but we also have a grant from SEMCOG that can be used for ones around the school neighborhoods, which the mayor can talk more about if he wants to.
So basically, we're going with Sugar Sound. If you look at the diagram, at the table, basically tells you if you're gonna buy one unit, it's $688. If you're gonna buy over 251 units, it would be $251. But Madam Clerk, how do you want us to do this?
Corporation Council.
I mean, probably I suggest maybe we can say, refer to the table.
I don't think we want to
Back up.
table this.
What's up?
Maybe they need direction on,
Yeah.
You can
I don't
do
know
it
what they're
as
asking for.
a not to exceed per unit cost of X amount of dollars.
I'm just gonna refer, like, say, refer to the table that it's been provided.
Oh, yeah, refer to the table. I thought
Yeah,
you said
that's
referred.
Or refer to legal.
No, we have the pricing here.
They have the table and the pricing.
Okay, just one
Yes,
meeting, please.
right.
One meeting.
Sorry.
Madam Councilwoman King, just say to the total cost to refer to the table in the backup.
okay, to the LLC total cost to refer to the table in the backup.
The motion.
Council Chair.
It's shown an
Finish the
item.
motion? Okay.
Finish the motion.
In addition, authorize the mayor, comptroller, or clerk to sign the necessary warrants and the treasurer to issue the payment from account 203-925-100 and 202-02-925-100, which of the current balances are $362,380 and $392,784 respectively, as outlined in 7B.
Motion by Councilwoman King, seconded by Councilman Constant. Any
Council Chair,
discussion?
to just
Council
correct
Chair?
that, it's $392,784.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
and Council Chair, I believe Corporation Council would like.
And I would suggest that you have, with a total cost not to exceed
Yeah.
whatever is the appropriate amount. Add
We
that
don't
to
know
the
how, we
motion.
don't know how many we're buying, that's the thing.
That's correct, but you still should end up having that. Otherwise, it would be an amount that could be
Astronomical.
yeah.
Well, I mean, the balances, it's based on the balances of the accounts.
But the thing is, like if you buy one unit, then it's a price. If you buy over 251, then it's a totally different price.
Right, so with the total cost not to exceed, say, $750,000, for example, as Madi said, would probably work, and everyone would know it's not going to exceed that amount.
Well, I think that the most expensive one, if you buy one unit, that would be 688 per one.
Council Chair, he's referring to the total cost of the project with all the stop signs combined.
Yes.
As you can see, the table's going to change pricing, so once you purchase, let's say, 252 stop signs, it cannot exceed, the total amount you buy cannot exceed the two budgeted amounts combined. So if you add the two amounts, you can do the total amount not to exceed.
Right.
Council Chair?
Okay, so he's right.
So not to exceed the two budgets as listed in the.
In the table?
Yeah.
Do you want me to change the motion to say that?
That's what Good Corporation Council's asking to.
Not to exceed
Council Chair.
750.
Not to exceed 750?
755,000.
For the whole?
755?
It's not based on the units, it's based on the amounts that are in the account.
Council Chair,
Mayor?
can I explain a little?
Sure.
If you buy one unit, $600. We're not gonna buy one unit. Are we gonna buy 200 units? If you spend 200 units, it's gonna only cost you $250. But if $250 at 200 units, I'm not math whiz, I'm sure somebody here can figure it out. We don't want that number, though, to exceed 755,000, because that's all we budgeted for. So what Corporation Council was saying is,
whatever we have
also
now.
add onto here, is to say not to exceed 755,000.
Correct.
Yes.
755,000, okay.
Would you amend your motion?
Can-
to say not to exceed-
Council Chair?
Yes.
We don't have a second on the original motion yet.
Yeah, we do have.
We do?
Yeah.
Councilman Constant.
Okay.
Would you mind
apologize. I
amending the
don't have it.
motion to say not to exceed 755,000?
I amend my motion to not exceed 755,000.
Thank you.
Support by Councilman Constant. Any more discussion?
Council Chair?
Councilwoman Breyer?
I still have a concern. Of the 5 people bidding, 3 of them did not submit the bid bond for $1,500. Aren't they supposed to do that?
Yeah, but even if they didn't get the bid, they're just going back.
Mehdi?
I know, but we want to use them and they haven't.
Talk about it.
I talked to Nimi in the comptroller's office. That was printed before we contacted these businesses to send it in.
All right, then that's
So,
fine.
yeah, it was a clerical error. So all those companies did end up sending us a bond. They'll get
Okay.
it sent back if they weren't the successful bidder.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Council Chair?
I'm sorry, Mayor, just one second. I have Councilman?
Oh, thank you. I had a couple things. Just to make this clear, I spoke with Director Dancy on this issue, and okaying this motion does not give us, we're not giving this contract for $700 and some odd thousand to this company. It's just saying that we accept their pricing. That's all. We're accepting the pricing. If we buy one sign from them, or we don't have to buy any signs from this company. If we pass this motion, we don't have to buy any signs from them at all. We can do something completely different. We're just accepting their bid right now as lowest bid. And also, I did a little research on this company, Sugar Sound. It's a Chinese company, and they have offices in the United States. Back about almost a year ago, I did some research on solar-powered LED stop signs, and in my search, I put American made. And the one that came up, there was 3 that came up, 2 responded to me. One actually came to Dearborn Heights with a sign K&K Systems. They were one of the bidders. Now, Sugar Sound uses Chinese parts. K&K, for example, uses all American parts. The aluminum's American, the batteries are made in America, the solar panels are made in America. Replacement parts are readily available. The quality of the batteries is an issue. We're getting in the specs a certain kind of battery. It doesn't say what the life expectancy is. The batteries that K&K came out to Joey Smith's corner a year ago when we had a celebration of his life, and they supplied the LED flashing solar-powered stop sign for us to use. We had it there for about a month. And their batteries are resistant to 30 degrees below zero, and there's nothing in the specs that says that's what we need. The batteries from sugarcane could be batteries that they use in the South, the cheapest batteries they can supply. So before we actually buy signs, we should look into the specs a little bit closer and see, because we don't want to be replacing batteries every 1 or 2 years. It'd be a fortune to do it. So I think we need to do a little bit more digging, a little bit more research on these before we purchase. Now, we could purchase, say if we want to do, 10 signs or 10 intersections as a prototype, we can buy them from Sugar Sound just to get, because if they can get them right away. But honestly, how soon can we get them from Sugar Sound?
I'm not sure.
The American-made companies,
Depends on their
they can
lead
get them in a
time.
couple
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah, I would assume that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume it wouldn't be that long. Like I said, I mean, this is a situation where we bid out specs that were the same as what Dearborn used for a lot of their signs, different company, right? You had eight companies bid on it. They all saw the same specs. So if we select this company tonight, we'll order based on Marty, the mayor, and I deciding how many we want to at least order to start. See what kind of quality we get. I'm sure they will send us a sample for free to look at before we purchase any orders or submit any orders. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that, actually, if they
Yeah,
send you a
they'll
sample.
Yeah,
before.
I'm sure they would send us a sample and for us to look at. And
Did you check, Director, any references or any reviews on those stop signs?
none of these companies submitted reviews or contacts because this was just a procurement bid. So there's no technical aspects to it. They looked at the specs, said I can supply this particular product for this particular price. So we looked through just the bid documents, NEMI, me.
I mean, Councilman Winston
Yeah.
brings a good point, to be honest with you. I mean, we don't want to
Yeah.
be stuck with many signs, then we have to replace, and we have to spend,
Yeah.
especially with this cold weather now, too. I mean,
Yeah. So in this round, basically, so when we went through and did this, because I know when current mayor took office, he wanted us to find some way to get signs up in the community and working, and at least to get it going somewhere. Because I think what happened previously is you can get a project that goes big or as small as you want. So we wanted to submit something that was publicly open to here's the specs, bid on them, and at least get something where now we can actually order some under a program in a specific unit price, determine quality, and if we have issues on a daily operations scale that says, all right, this product's not going to work for us, we can look at other options or go back to either another bid situation. But this at least allows us to use some of this money to get some of these out in the community. So,
Council Chair.
Mayor?
I agree with Councilman Wenzel's, his concerns.
Bless you.
Bless you. Those are something that we'll definitely have a conversation with the company. But if you look at the proposal that they brought forward, these LED lights on are good, I believe, for, it was like 1,000 hours or maybe I'm wrong or something, but it was like 5 years before you have to replace any of these batteries. And so they warranty the 5 years of that. And so if one of them go wrong, as I was told, but the cold weather is something that we should question and look into. So we'll have those questions with them and we'll get it from them in writing. If they say no, they'll cover. But just know that there's a 5-year warranty on the solar panel or on the solar panel. And number two, this is something that's been long awaiting. I know we want to do it right, so we're just going to pilot around the schools and some of our parks before we, send them off everywhere else. But this is something that's just going to be an initial pilot first.
Thank you, Mayor. So, Mayor or Director, do you know if they have an office in Michigan, or is it?
They have an office in the U.S. I don't know if it's in Michigan.
I don't know where it's located.
But I mean, look, I'm not trying to say like American made, Chinese made. You always want to go American made, but what can you afford as a municipality? And so like, at the end of the day, we want to be able to make sure that we can put these out across the city, and so that we're ensuring the best quality of life and the safety of our residents. So that's basically where we're at on this one, Council Chair.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, to be honest, it seems like they're registered in Ann Arbor here, too. I don't know if it's the same company, but looks like it.
We'll definitely be reaching out to them. I think they're like, we're not going to bid on something that's going to go bad and have a bad reputation with the municipality. Like, but they are concerned, and we'll reach out to them, and that's why we're going to pilot them.
Okay. Thank you, Mayor.
That's all.
Any more discussion from council members? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, motion carries. Moving on to 8A, Mayor Baidoon, OHM Infrastructure Resiliency Plan Agreement.
Council Chair,
Councilman?
I move that the Dearborn Heights City Council approve the agreement between the City of Dearborn Heights and Orchard, Hiltz, and McClement Inc., DBA OHM Advisors, for professional services related to the Infrastructure Resiliency Plan. In addition, authorize the mayor and the city clerk to sign the contract on behalf of the city as outlined in 8A.
A motion by Councilman Constant, seconded by Councilwoman Breyer, is that correct?
Yes.
Any discussion on this? So again, the administration is going out with this company to help with our resiliency plan. Basically, they help with looking up engineering services for the CDBG funded programs and other stuff. Maddie, are you going to talk about this, or?
I can assist if you need me to
Please.
discuss in depth. So this allows us, the city, to plan infrastructure resiliency, which deals with water and sewer infrastructure. And that helps like flood mitigation and things like that, of that nature. This is 80% funded by CDBGR in the state of Michigan, and it comes out of the water fund, so it's not going to affect general fund.
You know, I had a question, Maddie.
Yes.
I know we're paying them not to exceed 291,000. Is that for how long?
Well, this is just it's a one-time project. It's they develop plans and infrastructure plans, and they work together with the master plan as well, which is
So it's
McKenna.
not binded by time, like 1 year?
Well, when we start the project, there's going to be a timeline of how it's going to go. I believe in the packet in the end, there should be a project timeline of what they expect. Their bid, there should be all the way at the end of the packet, but in the packet's like 200 pages. But there is a one year like plan about how to go about things. There's going to be internal meetings, external meetings, meetings with the public, and then things like that.
Council Chair?
Mayor?
This is a very big project. And, you know, you talk about like, you have, we've had a lot of flooding issues across the city. We have no plans. The city has not had a design on how to figure out our flooding. Nope, everything's just been like, let's figure it out, let's figure it out. Nothing against the past administration, nothing against the past city engineers. No, you need to really figure out what's happening. I mean, it's enough, it's been 60 years that the city's been flooding. And if we don't take these initiatives, and we're going to continue to flood and tell people we're making empty promises that we're going to figure things out. And so our team today is coming out early on within our first 30 days and saying, we're going to figure out really what's happening with our flooding and how can we mitigate that. Gary reviewed the contract, and we're taking the steps forward.
I mean, but what exactly, Mayor, are they going to do? I mean, the Army Corps of Engineers just said.
This is not for the Ecorse Creek. This is for the entire city. This is the whole city.
Gary?
They're going to do an asset management plan, a capital improvement plan, and an infrastructure resiliency plan.
Your mic, Gary, please.
Yeah, they're going to be doing an asset management plan, a capital improvement plan, and an infrastructure resiliency plan. This is consistent with a lot of the issues that were raised by Mr. Deeb in the past, that we really didn't have a plan for dealing with all of these different things. And it's also important to have these types of plans in order to be able to qualify for grants, as I understand it. And this went through a bidding process last year, and it was a close bid, and this was the amount of it. So, and your honorable body approved it, subject to it being returned. So this was assigned to me in November. We've been going back and forth and negotiated. It's a good agreement. It's an important project.
Thank you, Gary. Off subject, Mayor, if you don't mind, what happened with the master plan? Any idea if?
We met about 7-8 days ago. Myself, the chief of staff, economic development director, Mehdi did. So we're working on it, and trust me, I'm not gonna, you know, we're gonna, everything that we are trying to push, we're pushing. Just remember, it's our third meeting since we've started. So I also don't want to throw 100 things at the city council meeting.
Yeah.
We're trying to ensure that your meetings can continue to go under an hour.
Thank you, Mayor. As long as all the dreams we had when you were on council.
Council Chair.
He's doing a great job. Look at Rose. She's so happy she hasn't been here longer than an hour.
Thank you, Mayor. Council Chair, I'm hopeful that we will have the recreation master plan, if you're referring to that one, back for the next meeting. I'm still working out and
I
negotiating
know we
that.
requested like a full city master plan.
That's still being worked on.
Yes.
So that's going to take, that's not going to be overnight.
I mean, did they even send it to some, like, did they go out for bids?
McKenna's in charge of the full city master plan. So the master plan that we was discussing, the one that we met with, McKenna's going to be doing the full city master plan. So that master plan combined with the infrastructure resiliency plan will give the city a great, plan in terms of blueprint of where the city stands and how we can move forward as a city for flood mitigation, zoning, business districts, all of that. Again, these two projects are going to be coming out of the water fund, and they're 80% matched by state-funded CDBG-DR. So CDBG will kind of administer that, the grant itself, but the mayor, chief of staff, and administration is all going to be involved, as well as McKenna. With the master plan is going to be very resident focused, so there's going to be a lot of external meetings. There's going to be meetings with the public, and they're going to be getting a lot of feedback from residents about where they believe the city can move forward in.
Excellent, thank you. Any more discussion from council members?
What's the cost? Council Chair?
Councilman?
I'm trying to get the backup on this. What's the cost of that agreement?
$291,000.
Per year?
For the
It's a
project.
one-time project.
What's the how long is that going to last?
It's a year-long project, but it's happening in phases. So phase 1, kickoff meetings. Phase 2, internal meetings. There's different meetings as you go along. As I'm not the engineer, so this is more of an engineering focus. But as a finance director, I would know the finances as well as the plan of action for how it's going to be implemented.
Are they doing work for any neighboring cities?
They do Ann Arbor. OHM is similar to HRIM. They cover a lot of the Michigan area for engineering. So OHM and WadeTrim are the two large companies, the private companies, that service a lot of municipalities in engineering. OHM was actually in charge of the Dua sewage facility for the longest time until they stepped away.
Did this go out for bids?
Yes. This is actually, the bid was administered through the state. So the state administered this bid, given that it's their funding. The city had didn't have it internal.
Did WadeTrim bid on it?
WadeTrim did bid on it, and we selected OHM.
All right, thank you.
So again, Councilman, so this is the city part, but it's not to exceed 291,000, and they only bill on hourly basis. So it's not like whatever they work, they bill, they take it from there. But the max that will come out of the city pocket is 291,000.
No, there's a grant for that.
Is there a grant for it?
Yeah, so it's 80% funded.
80% covered by grant.
So 80% of that 291,000 is from the state. 20% is from the water fund.
So if they reach the limit there and they're halfway through, they'd have to come to us and we'd have to approve, or someone come to us and approve more money or something on that?
They shouldn't, because this is something that the state would require, and the state has a very specific guideline. It's not something that's open-ended like some of the project that we've been putting out to bid. This is a strict, this is what we need, and this is what you're going to do. Most likely, they will use that money up, but it won't exceed that money. It's like a project base. They give you a price for what project they're going to be completing from start to finish. If it takes them 100 hours or 120 hours, they still have to complete the project, not to exceed that price.
Thank you, Matty.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Any more discussion from council members? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, motion carries. Moving on to reports from city officials. DPW Director Dancy, DWSRF Water Main Replacement Contract Modification.
Council Chair.
Councilman Saab.
Move the Dearborn Heights City Council approve the DWSRF Water Main Replacement Contract Modification Number 2 in the amount of $5,832.45, which represents additional costs incurred by the contractor for material and effort that were unforeseen and not part of the original contract, and breakdown as outlined in 9A.
Second.
A motion by Councilman Saab, seconded by Councilwoman Breyer. These are the motions that I hate the most, especially with change orders. But again, an unknown 1.5-inch and 2-inch water service lead were encountered during construction, and they had to be replaced by 8-inch. Director?
There's a handful of different items that were in there, right? I guess some of the main examples would be services we thought were 1 inch that ended up being 1.5 inches. Some gate valves that would be in gate wells that then if you can't fit a gate well, we got to put a 6-inch box in. The pricing changes a little bit. There might have been a couple other quantities, a couple long taps that ended up being short taps. So now you're just dealing with different footages in copper. And then once, it says the project, that specific project is just finishing up its 5th location. Or no, it finished 4 locations, it's got 1 more. And as the project continues on, you try to settle the contract to make sure you got the right line items, the right quantities. And then I think when it all washed out for that particular contract modification, it came out to a $5,000 or $6,000 addition to the contract that I think is still within the state 6% contingency limit anyway, but we bring it in front of council because it is a change to a contract.
I think if I'm not mistaken, it was 1.27 I saw somewhere. So far.
Yeah.
Council Chair?
Councilman?
I have a question for Mr.
Yeah.
Martin. That amount, $6,000, that's kind of small compared to the scope of this project, and that's just a couple minor things here and there that add up to that much. That could just be 2 or 3 homes that you have to do some work on, right? I mean, it's pretty minor, the cost.
Yeah, the total value is small. If you look at that change order, the backup material for it, there are a lot of items in there. So we did a contract balancing as well, because as John mentioned, we have completed 4 of the 5 projects. Warren Road is the remaining project to be completed. And they would have had that done. They went out in the fall to complete that work. There's a 36-inch GLWA main that runs along the south side of Warren, east of Telegraph. And it's ended up being a lot closer to the proposed water main location than what was anticipated. And so the contractor had to pothole and GLWA was out. Everybody was out to verify, and it was deemed that it was too close to do the work, or we would have to go out on the road and replace a large section of Warren Road, which is expensive. So we redesigned it, resubmitted it to Eagle and the county for permits, and now it's that section of the roadway is going on, or that section of the water main will be on mostly on the north side of Warren, down to the river, and so the contractor had to pull off, and then he's going to have to remote back, and so part of that change order includes that. Anything, and John had mentioned this, 6% contingency is what, because again, this falls under the DWSRF veil. So they have a 6% contingency that applies automatic to their projects that they approve. If they approve the change order as well, which this one is to them for review, it's pending approval here as well. But if they approve it, they will fund 50% of that change as well. Which the previous change order, which was $50,000, they approved that, so they are paying $25,000 of that.
Did not know that, it's good.
You seen the previous one?
Yeah, yes.
Previous change order?
Yes.
I think it was more than 50. 62?
Yeah, 60, something like that, yeah, and it included some additional items in there. So the primary component of that was lead service line replacements.
All set, Councilman. Any more discussion from council members? Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, motion carries. Moving on to 9B, IT Director Cooper, Adobe licenses.
Council Chair.
Councilman Saab.
I move that the Dearborn Heights City Council approve the purchase and payment of continued Adobe licenses from SHI Internal for the total cost of $6,593.67. In addition, authorize the mayor, the comptroller, or clerk to sign the necessary warrants, and the treasurer to issue payment from account number 101-258-728-001 in the amount of $3,730.71, of which the current balance is $346,030.74. And account number 101-809-981-001 for the amount of $2,862.96, of which the current balance is $296,007.86 as outlined in 9B.
Second. Motion by Councilman Saab, seconded by Councilman Constant. I did reach out to Director Cooper about this. So we do have a government quote, but he still went out and got a different private quote, which is in your backup, and it shows it's way more than the quote that we have. So we are renewing with the same company for next year. Council members, any discussions? I see none. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, I got no petition from citizen. 11A, Mayor Baidoon, second reading of proposed ordinance H2601, updating city code section related to fines for municipal civil infractions.
Council Chair.
Councilman Saab.
Move that Dearborn Heights City Council move that proposed ordinance number H-26-01, an ordinance of the City of Dearborn Heights providing that Chapter 1 of the Code of Ordinances, the City of Dearborn Heights be amended by amending Section 1-11 pertaining to additional provisions regarding municipality civil infractions, and by amending Section 1-13 pertaining to the schedule of reduced fines for municipality civil infraction applicable in certain specific circumstances be considered, read for the second time, and become effective upon publication as provided by law as outlined in 11A.
Second.
A motion by Councilman Saab, seconded by Councilwoman Breyer. Any discussion? So again, this is the second reading of the proposed ordinance that we had last time. Basically, to summarize it, I'll leave it to Gary, but we're uprising the fines by $100 for each fine. Mr. Miyake, do you want to go over again? Pretty much is raising the fees $100. Anything else?
Yeah, officially doing so would be $50 in comparison to what your resolution had ended up being, and then making sure that the compliance violations keep pace with that additional amount.
Good. Thank you very much. Any more discussion from council members? I see none. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, motion carries. No communication. New business 13A, temporary food truck, tent cart business license application. Diaz.
Council Chair.
Councilman Saab.
I move that the Dearborn Heights City Council approve the temporary food truck tent cart business license application for Diaz as outlined in 13A.
A motion by Councilman Saab, seconded by Councilman Constant. Any discussion? No discussion? Really? Okay. So lunch on you tomorrow? Oh, okay.
Oh, jeez.
What is it? You know, I didn't pay attention. Where is it located, Mayor? Do you know?
It's Michigan Avenue and Gully.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually on the Dearborn side. Oh, did they? Okay.
Was it the big truck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Congratulations and welcome to Dearborn Heights. If you're watching, I don't know if they're here, but love to have you in the city. Any more discussion? Thank you. Any more discussion for council members? I see none. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Motion carries. Moving on to comments from council members.
Council Chair.
Councilman Saab.
Got a lot of comments today, so you guys got to bear with me a bit. I'm going to start off with some concerns I had with the treasurer's office. Past week, I was on vacation. I got some concerning calls from residents. I reached out via email through our city emails to the treasurer. Had some concerns of going on, some residents getting delinquent tax bills that they had paid with receipts, and some other ongoing issues. I addressed it with the treasurer, and we had a back and forth conversation. It was not the conversation I was expecting, because this was not an attack. This was not pointing fingers. This was honestly just addressing residents' concerns. I expected better out of that office, but I want to ask this body and administration for a few things. I did make a formal request to the treasurer on items relating back to 24 months, and I'm hoping I expect those in the near future, all of them. My second thing is I asked this body at the next meeting to pass a motion to have a third party audit the treasurer's office. Audit their internal policies, audit deficiencies in that office, because what's going on and the complaints the residents were getting is unacceptable. The wait times people are waiting in line, I understand it's tax season, but people should not be waiting an hour in line. There's also issues with past employees and so on in that office, and we have a duty, we have a responsibility to residents and employees of the city. And again, this is not an attack on an individual or anybody, but every department has a head and has a leader, and the buck starts with them and ends with them. So I did include some of you folks on the emails, not on all of them, as I was not trying to make this back and forth or a bickering issue. There's some serious concerns with people's homes. These are people's livelihoods, and it's not acceptable in our city. There's seriously some other concerns about finances, about checks being deposited, money being held in the city. And again, I asked the administration, I asked this honorable body to approve a third-party auditing firm to audit the treasurer's office. And this will go to any other department in the city too that we find there's a reason to hold anybody accountable or if we believe there's any misdoing. I'm not saying that the treasurer's office is doing anything wrong. It's just that I believe we have a responsibility and accountability on behalf of the residents. And if any resident out there that's listening or anybody that's in the audience, if you've gotten a delinquent tax notice and you've got a receipt that you paid your taxes, please email me or reach out to any one of us, even water bills. Anything that you have paid and you received notice for that has not been paid or your records are showing that it's not paid, please reach out. My other comments that I have, it's Black History Month. So let's recognize that, the history that goes back and the history that's being made and the changes in this country and the fights that everybody is pouring up. So wanted to recognize that. And also, please, again, it's not summertime yet or spring, man. People are driving crazy down the roads. Calm down. A bit of sun came out. Just relax. And I got some good news for down Beach Daily from Warren to Cherry Hill. DTE is going to be updating all the poles there and lights coming next month, and they're going to be raising all the utility lines there. So it's really about it from me.
Thank you, Councilman Saab, and thank you for all the stuff that you do, and thank you for bringing those points. But out of fairness, I mean, I did, like last Monday too, the line was really long. I did reach out to the treasurer, and right away she jumped all over it, just to be fair, to make sure that the residents are being served. I do respect and appreciate the comment that you brought, but I would maybe ask the administration if maybe we can sit down first, if the administration can sit down with the treasurer to see. I know she's short-staffed, if she needs any help, before we jump into conclusions. And like Councilman Saab said, the residents comes first, and we're here to serve the residents. So Mayor Baidoon, if you don't mind, if maybe you can schedule a meeting with the treasurer, see exactly how we all working together here. So one big team, one big family. So let's work together, get everything. If there's any mishaps or if there's any misfunction anywhere, so we can work on it right away. But again, thank you, Councilman Saab, for always looking up for the residents. And I know you mentioned Black History Month. I also would like to recognize that and show appreciation all to the African American community in this country and their contribution to this amazing nation. I'm just going to give a real summary about the fire station. A few of the, it's been working. We've been working with the fire team leadership from the Deputy Chief Hall and Chief Brogan. A few council members actually have visited different fire stations in the neighborhood cities in a way to pick hopefully a builder in the near future. So it's getting close. We're working on it. So I do thank everybody for putting the time on working on this, and especially Councilman Saab. He puts a lot of time, especially with the architect. Well, it's stuff that he does every day, so we do appreciate his experience and expertise in the subject. We did wish Councilwoman a very happy birthday. I want to wish you a happy birthday again. And next week will be the first day of the Holy Month of Ramadan. I would like to wish everybody observing a very blessed Holy Month of Ramadan. So Ramadan, again, it's not just about, fasting from sunrise to sunset. It's about stopping all the bad stuff that we do. Hopefully for the rest of the year, be good to your neighbor, do charity, pretty much be a good person that you are. And finally, please don't forget, Saturday is Valentine's Day, so make sure you wish your Valentine a very happy Valentine, so you don't get in trouble. And thank you very much. Any more comments from council members? Councilwoman?
On January 20th, Tom and myself attended an Ecorse Creek Community Engagement, which was held at the Richard Young Center from 6:30 to 7:30. It was put in by Friends of the Detroit River. It was very interesting. I have paperwork here if anybody wants to see some of the things they're doing. And they had another meeting tonight where people who are working on it, the engineering aspects and so forth was happening, but our duty was to be here first. So here we are. They do have another meeting on February 25th, if anyone is interested, at Hoover Elementary in Lincoln Park from 6:30 to 7:30, and they'll repeat the same kind of things. They'll give you more insight as to what's happening and what this particular group is doing to help us out. So we have Detroit, Friends of the Detroit River, and we have Jasmine Dancy. What's your wife's group name? Downriver Community. They are also helping us with bringing in funds to help solve some of our problems. So, and I'll do an announcement at the same time, then I'll be done. Our own Ecorse Creek Commission will meet again on the 25th of February at 3335 South Beach Daily at 6:30. So if you care to come with that and see what's going on, we'd be happy to see you. I hope to have a speaker at that time. And then also, we will have a meeting for South Dearborn Heights Civic Association. I guess it's one of the few left standing. I think one other in the north end, don't we, Sue? St. Sabina or something? It is? Good news, okay. And that meeting will be at 7 o'clock at the same location, 3335 South Beach Daily, and I will be announcing a speaker at our next meeting for that as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Any more comments from council members?
Council Chair.
Councilman?
Thank you, Council Chair. Well, the weather is getting warmer, and hopefully we have a thaw coming. I like the idea that we're going to be making sure that our streets and our sidewalks and our driveways are shoveled so we don't have any slip and falls. I want to remind everyone that it is Black History Month and to take the time to read about the history of slavery and the African Americans here in the United States. I'd like to wish Councilwoman Denise Malinowski Maxwell a happy birthday, and my father, who turned 100 years old yesterday. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman, and I'm sorry, happy birthday to your father.
Yes.
Wish him another 100 years with good health and
me 10.
blessing. Any more comments from council members?
Council Chair?
Councilman?
Thank you. I've got a few things. First of all, District 7 community this past week lost two very honored and cherished people in the community who have been very detrimental in the youth sports and other things throughout the community. Mary Calderon and Rick Rocco passed away in the last few days, and I'd just like to have a brief moment of silence, please. Thank you. I want to also mention the Black History Month. Black History Month is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. The first year we celebrated it was in 1976. It's 2076, 50 years of honoring the achievements of the black residents of the country of America, United States. And there's a couple, black people that have made contributions to our society. Garrett Morgan, he's a black man who invented the 3-light traffic signal that we all love and cherish. And Louis Latimer, he actually invented the carbon filament for the light bulb. And there are literally hundreds and hundreds of contributions that blacks have made to the United States.
And now they're built in China.
Yeah. Yeah. So, it's something, maybe we, the city of Dearborn Heights, can make, modern black history by someday maybe having a black city council member, which would be a nice thing to happen pretty soon. Also, I want to thank all the volunteers that showed up to do our community volunteer snow shoveling this last couple of weeks. We had terrible snow, and it was really had a nice turnout. there's a lot of stuff going on social media about water main breaks this past week. And they're wondering what happens, with the water that comes out, who pays for it out of the ground. The Great Lakes Water Authority pumps water into the city of Dearborn Heights, and the city pays them. And then the water goes through water mains into the businesses, residents, and the city recoups their money. But if that water doesn't reach any meters, then that money comes out of the city's pockets. So that's who's paying for the water that comes out of the water main break. So the sooner you see one and report it, the better off we'll be. A lot of times, DPW, because of the staffing, or a lot of times because they can't go digging into a water main until they get the clearance from Dig DTE and, electric and gas companies that there's nothing there underground, because they're not going to just go there and start digging. There might be a gas line or something there. So there are things that happen. It's why it might take a day or two sometimes, and sometimes longer, to get to a water main break. The next week, not only Ramadan starts, but the season of Lent for the Christians starts next week. And traditionally, you give up something bad or something you like or whatever. I think instead of doing that, you should start doing something good. Instead of just giving up bad, give up something good. And there's an old saying in the Catholic world that for Lent, instead of you want to lose weight, but instead of losing weight, let's lose hate. And I was in church last weekend, and it was brought up that the apostles were preaching peace in one of the Gospels, and it said that you want peace, and to have peace, it must start with me. So I want peace for our community. I want peace for our world, and it's going to start with me. So God bless you. Have a good day. Peace be with you. Peace be with you. Peace be with you.
Peace be with you too.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Councilman, and thank you for bringing that to our attention. So may everybody observing have a blessed and meaningful Lent season. Are you all,
Council Chair?
Councilman?
Yeah, I want to thank everyone for the birthday wishes, and also I would like to recognize Councilman Constance's father for turning 100 years old. I can only imagine the changes he has seen over the years. He is also responsible for helping to write our charter that we still use today. So thank you for that. Make sure you tell your dad that.
We will, thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Any more comments from council members?
Please.
Councilwoman?
Nancy, I just want to tell you thank you for, in the backup, all the notes that you wrote and everything. It makes everything so much easier. I know I emailed you. I just want to shout you out again. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. I do want to thank, let's give him a hand. I think I called him at least 3 times today, Director Dancia. At least we talked 3 times today, so thank you for jumping on the stuff. I do want to thank council members too. I'm sorry I've been a nag. I've been nagging at you guys, but thank you for doing your homework. Thank you for asking the questions before the meeting. Thank you for finishing the meeting at 7 o'clock. You like that, eh?
Yeah. It's not finished yet.
Well, yeah.
Almost.
The comments.
The business side. Any more comments?
that's right.
None from council members. We move on to announcements.
Council Chair,
Mayor?
sorry that I was the one extending all the meetings for so long. First and foremost, happy birthday, Councilwoman Denise Menalowski Maxwell.
Thank you.
Wishing you another 100 more years. Happy birthday to Councilman Constance's father. He was the man that actually established our charter. And just a few things. It is Black History Month, and I want to recognize our first Black director in the city of Dearborn Heights, DeJuan Fisher. Let me tell you, after the mayor, obviously, the best dressed man in the city. But he is somebody that brings so much joy and love, and this is somebody that while I'm at home, he'll like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Just checking in with you. I'm like, yo, we're off Fridays. Like, why are you texting me? But he's genuine. He's one of the best individuals that work with us, and I have the privilege of opening the door every morning and saying hello to. And I want everybody in our community to know that the the black individuals in our community is what helped shape the city of Dearborn Heights. And we would not be the city without the diversity and having our black brothers and sisters in our community. So thank you to each and every single one of you. I'd also like to do a moment of silence quickly and briefly for Lee Gavin. His father had just passed away at the age of 97 years old. May he rest in peace. Thank you for that. I also want to bring up the water. We've had a lot of water main breaks across the city. It's not easy. Kind of like Councilman Wenzel said, you have to reach out to Ms. Dig. We can't just come out there, break up your floor unless you're Angela Venegas. I'm completely kidding. She's like, what's going on so long? And I said, Angela, we got to call Ms. Dig. Like, we have to get the clearance before we break up your floor.
Never said that.
Yeah. But the good news is John Dancy has been going above and beyond, aside from assisting the water department the staff in the water department. But this is an individual that loves his department and does such a good job. And a lot of you guys talked about it, but our emergency manager and community liaison today, Emo, has said it to me like 10 times. Hey, I know I've told you this like 3 times today, mind you. I was like, Emo, I know John Dancy is good. He's like, I got to tell you, even on our way here, him and I grabbed a quick bite. He's like, hey, I know I said this to you already earlier, but John Dancy, I said, you know what? So I said today we're going to talk about you, John. You've been getting all this sunlight. But it's not just John Dancy, guys. It's all of you on here on the city council. You guys are all doing a phenomenal job. I think a resident today was talking to me. He said, hey, every time I post something on Facebook, Nancy Bry is the first person to respond to me. The council is always going above and beyond. And if you want the train to continue to run and you want us to all run together on this train, it is all the wheels are spinning. And so from the council to our staff, our chief of staff, our legal team, our legal counsel, our ordinance department, who I'm sure now is going to be getting a lot more text messages. I want you to know that the train as a whole, all of us are moving together. And for so long, I swear today, I was just kind of pondering it, like everybody is working together. And it's not been like that for a very, very long time. There are still a lot of problems. Thank you for that. But really, you guys all deserve those applause and to be recognized, from the mayor's office to our comptroller's department, our chief of staff, even our executive team inside the mayor's office. Sue Kaminsky and Stephanie Shaki do a phenomenal job all day, guys. Like seeing, Rachel in the water department, taking on calls, working with staff, our emergency manager and community liaison, Emo, taking on calls, returning staff, talking to people. A resident told me today for the first time I come into City Hall, I heard music, people were responding to me. I had an issue, somebody resolved it for me. We might not fix the issue right away. We're going to address this issue. So at one point, I kind of felt like it was us on council doing it alone. Now it's become everybody doing it alone. And I want this train to continue to move forward and so that we can move in the right direction, because that's the only way Dearborn Heights is going to get out of the hole that it's in today. It's going to take all of us, and I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it from residents sending out messages saying, hey, take a look at this road, or take a look at this street, or take a look at this neighborhood. That is allowing us to kind of get out there and work things out. I also want to recognize Ian. He is now working alongside our clerk's department. He actually worked for the city of Dearborn Heights before he moved over to the clerk's department. He was with our ordinance department, and our ordinance director is here nodding his head because he was so sad to see him leave our ordinance department because he's so organized. He does such a good job. I looked at Lynn, and she's like, hey, there's this new individual that's coming on here. His name Ian. I'm about to meet him through Dewan, through HR, and I said, Lynn, you're going to be in good hands. And I want the council to understand and welcome him. Take it easy on Ian, and just know that you guys are all in good hands. This guy is like a rock star. He's so organized, color coordinated. It's like my shirts at home. He does a good job. So welcome aboard on here, Ian. We're lucky to have you sitting here with us. Congratulations.
I did welcome him in the first meeting that you missed at 5 o'clock, and he led us in the Pledge of Allegiance. So,
no, sorry, Councilman.
Yeah, we did.
I also want to say that we have met with Rashida Tlaib's office here today in our office. I almost called her ordinance because I looked at him, but absolutely not. Why am I having a brain fart?
Grant.
Our grants director was with us and our chief of staff. We went with Tlaib's office. She had Tlaib's community liaison is here with us as well. If you want to be recognized, hello. She has just started with them, and she'll be attending a lot more of our meetings to see the needs of the city of Dearborn Heights and then report directly back to Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib. So there's a lot of good things of working partnerships with the Tlaib administration, and we're looking forward to continue that working relationship. So congratulations to everybody on council for doing great work. Congratulations to everybody on the administration. You guys are all doing a phenomenal job. I just wanted to be able to recognize all of that for you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. You're doing amazing yourself, too. So far.
Guys, that's so far, huh?
Any more announcement from city officials? Madam Treasurer?
Hello, good evening, everyone. Treasurer Lisa Hicks Clayton. I have 3 quick points. The first one, I want to thank Mr. Parrish for mentioning something that kind of segues to what I wanted to share with council members. As you know, the tax deadline is coming up for winter taxes, February 16th. We are open that day, which is this upcoming Monday. But what I wanted to ask you, and you can do this by passing and adopting a resolution, is to extend the tax deadline to the 26th of February. I do have to cut everything off by February 28th, which is according to General Tax Act 206 of 1893. But you could extend that and bring some relief to those taxpayers that are struggling right now. So that is something that I'd like you to consider for your recommendation from the Treasurer's Office. The other thing was the $1 fee. I don't know when that was approved, quite frankly. It's been in place for, maybe Len knows, a long time, right? You don't know? Yeah. Okay, because it was already in place when I got there. So I'm not sure, it doesn't matter, but here's what I want to say. The reason I was told that it's being charged is because they reprint the bills, we use the scanners on there, it brings up the parcel number, it increases efficiency in running the tax bill, and we verify the address, of course, with the parcel on the bill to make sure everything's correct when you're posting. Now, what I wanted to say to you all, as a council body, if you want to, by resolution, remove that. Say no more $1 fee for a reprint. That's certainly your option.
So you said the $1 fee?
It's $1 for PRE for primary resident exemption and $10 for non-PREs. Okay, so really that's up to this honorable body. So again, thank you to Mr. Parrish for mentioning that, because that went right beautifully with what I wanted to share with you all. If you might want to consider a resolution, you can choose to remove those fees, because I don't approve fees. They're approved by this honorable body. So we have that, and we have the deadline that, again, by the General Tax Act 206 of 1893, you guys can extend that if you choose to. So that's the 2 resolutions. The other thing is, real quick, the Dearborn Federal Savings Bank and tax payments, that was from summer, August, this past August 2025. And I talked to Councilwoman King about this today, and we think we've really figured out what happened with that. It's not that taxes were not being posted. It's that the letter was a preemptive strike, so to speak, to say, hey, the tax deadline's coming up, because normally by ordinance it's August 15th and it was extended August 29th, and it went out to try to be proactive so people who had not paid their bills already would pay it before the new deadline, because if they went past that deadline they'd get late fees. So we were trying to prevent that from happening. So I think there's some timing mechanisms there. The Treasurer's Office, anytime somebody has a payment that is not posted or there's a question or whatever, when you call the Treasurer's Office, which is the best way to do this, by the way, you call the Treasurer's Office, we log that down, we investigate, and we find resolutions to address it. You know, you present your canceled check, your statement, whatever. We are able to work through that and get it resolved expeditiously for the resident, for the taxpayers. So that is what I think is this we're referring to, and I mentioned it to Councilwoman King, that is what we really think was the issue there. So that was, again, trying to be proactive and save our residents from incurring late fees. So we'll make sure we're very aware of that moving forward. When we send out the notifications, we're not crossing things in the mail. Again, I think those letters were sent out probably the week before. And with Postal Service, you just never know how that works out. So that is what I have for you all right now. And that's it.
Thank you, Madam
Thank
Treasurer.
you.
Thank you very much for the update. How you doing?
Hello, City Council. Rachel Lapointe, Director of Water Billing, I guess is my title. I have a quick update for you guys about the new meter program. We're coming up close to finishing that. That's scheduled to be finished by August. So what we need is to celebrate the win that we are currently 74% completed. Over 16,000 meters have already been changed. that means that we have a small amount left to do. So there's 4,522 people that I need to schedule their appointments to get their new meters installed. Just a reminder that there's no cost for any of that. There's weekend appointments available. They're extremely flexible with the scheduling. If they haven't scheduled that in the next week or so, they will start getting door hangers put on their homes. So we just want to make sure everybody knows that that's going to be coming. We're going to be hanging up door hangers on those last 4,500 homes, just to remind them that they really have to get this done. So to schedule those appointments, they can call 313-335-3115 or go to utilityscheduler.com/scheduler/Dearborn Heights. And this is all also on the city website. So you can find that on the city website if you go to the water page. You do need to have your account number, which is printed twice on your water bill at the top and the bottom. And if we can get those all scheduled as soon as possible, we'll know a sort of estimated completion date for this, and hopefully we can get it done even before August. My birthday's the end of July, so if the city wants to give me a birthday gift, everybody can schedule their appointments, right? And that's all from me. Good night.
Thank you very much. How you doing, Director?
Hello, Council Chair and Mayor. Just want to talk about a couple of items. First off, I'm happy to announce that we're close to finalizing the early literacy kits paid for by the 13th District Grant. This is the last project, the 13th District Grant. It's been about 2.5 years. It was so long ago that Rashida Tlaib, she was in a whole different district. So, yeah, thanks to that grant. Our goal is to have every child enrolled in Dearborn Heights GSRP or Head Start program to get one. Kits include books, flashcards, and practice handwriting materials. Kits are completely free, do not need to be returned. It does not require family information. We have 2 or 3 large school districts on board and working on the third, so hopefully everyone will get these tools to help kids improve reading scores in our area. So next Saturday, February, on a couple programming notes, next Saturday, February 21st from 1 to 3 p.m. at Carroll Kennedy Library will be a program on making your own mosaic coasters. Spend a peaceful afternoon at the library letting your creative side flourish. Have fun and take home your unique creation home to enjoy. Online registration is recommended at dhlibrary.org, intended for adults 18 or over. Coming up next month, Science Night, Thursday, March 26th at Carroll Kennedy Library from 4:30 to 5:30. Join us as we explore weather phenomenon of high and low-end pressure systems. We will be checking chemical reactions using soda or baking soda and vinegar, and testing condiments for acidity, and making crystal trees. Online registration required at dhlibrary.org or call 313-791-3813, recommended for kids of elementary age. Finally, tomorrow, Wednesday, February 11th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. at JFK Library will be a Valentine's Day trivia. Moderator Greg Turner will test your knowledge as you enjoy a sweet evening of trivia fun. Prizes will be given, so come on out for adults 18 or over. That's all. Thank you. Thanks for your time, and see you at the library, everybody.
Thank you, Director. Any more announcement from city officials? Deputy Mayor? I see none. Okay, I see none. We go to public comments now. Okay. Please state your name, street, city. You have 3 minutes. Councilman?
Nope. Ladies first, Ray.
I might need an extra minute, please. I didn't know I was coming until the last minute. A few things I'd like to cover. I'm going to be all over the place.
Yeah.
Really? Lori Moline, Berwyn Street.
Thank you.
Dearborn Heights. I've been kind of poking at a few of the council members about a few issues, so I'm going to poke a little harder now that there's some new department heads in place, so they may not have to hear me as much. At the Berwyn Center, we have a beautiful flashing marquee. I can see it from my upstairs bathroom, and I'm a half a block away. The people that are east and west of that marquee are residents. It's flashing in their windows. It's too bright, okay? This is a community, a neighborhood, and I don't understand why we can't set a timer on this thing so that it can be shut off at 11 o'clock at night. Turn it back on at 5. That's when everybody's leaving the neighborhood, racing by my house on Berwyn Street, where they will not stop at Berwyn and Richardson, which is my next issue. I want a flashing stop sign. I want flashing stop signs. I want striped crosswalks like Haas does from Beach Daily all the way down. Okay? I have a golf course where the parents go, and I have one stripey line on Berwyn, east and west. Nothing at Figueroa. Nothing at Berwyn and Richardson, where there's a senior center. Come on. Who is heading up Safe Schools? Who's in charge of that?
Safe schools?
Yeah. With the signs, the crosswalks, who's in charge?
We'll be working with.
Next, I'm not done. I got to get this all out. You can't answer my questions until I'm done. The grass replacement, when the main was done on Berwyn, from Warren all the way down to Haas, the grass died all over the place. I took over 40 pictures. I discussed it with our city council chairman at the time, and I actually did speak with a couple of gentlemen who were walking through also taking pictures, and they said, we're going to replace this. This year? Yeah, this year. That was in August. Well, this year has come and gone, and I don't want anybody to forget about the grass, so whoever's heading that issue up, please take a look at Berwyn on the west side of the street between Warren and Haas, and you will see a whole bunch of dead grass. And some of it, even with my yard, is on both sides of the sidewalk. Can I keep going? Do I get my extra minute?
20 more seconds.
Okay. This is the first winter, by the way, that my block, my section from Warren to Richardson didn't have a water main break. We were so happy about that new water main. We were like hopping and skipping and jumping. So that's my issues mainly, is it seems as though some streets, as far as the school initiative, some streets got plenty, some might say overkill, and some that have seniors around them need flashing signs, painted crosswalks.
Thank you very
Okay?
much.
Thank you so much.
Director Dancy, did you take some notes? Got them? Okay. Mayor, do you think we can do something about the marquee? I don't know if.
So I just want to, if I can address a few things for her, just because it's, was stated. As far as who's going to be the oversight on seeing on all the flashing stoplights, those are going to be piloted first around our schools, because we received a grant directed, and then it's going to obviously go around our seniors. But you're by our school, so if you're within the mile radius and you get covered through what way trim sends us, we're going to look at it. But there's no, I don't want to come out here and say that you are going to get one at that corner until it's guaranteed what is written through the diagrams of what spots are being approved. Second, looking at the crosswalk path, there should be something there. If there isn't, I wasn't here in the past administration, and we've had been a winter, so we wouldn't have been able to do anything right now. But come the springtime, summertime, we'll definitely take a look at that. And then as far as the grass goes, again, that was last year. I started on October 7th, but that's something that we can take a look again into spring. I don't know who did the work, but I will definitely take a look in and see if we can get in contact with them. I'm sure they were paid, and they're probably like, hey, man, we're not coming out here. But we can see what we can do. I'll have legal take a look at the contract and see if we can move forward on that.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
Please state your name, street, city. You have 3 minutes.
If I'm being a bad boy, it's Raymond, but if I'm a good boy, it's Ray. Ray Muscat, Havelock Street. Hopefully I'm a good boy. Thank you, Councilman Wenzel, for bringing up Lent. You stole my thunder there, okay? Number one, but just a public announcement, so it doesn't count against my time here. We have a representative from Rashida Tlaib's office, and I'm going to tell everybody right now, If you got a problem on a federal level, Rashida Tlaib is a gold medal winner. I'm telling you right now. And anybody that says anything different better come and see me because I got proof, okay? But anyway, I was kind of surprised with this lighted stop sign thing. They're great. I love them. But with $750,000, $760,000, that's 2,800 stop signs at the price that you guys quoted. Okay? Now, if you're not going to buy 2,800 stop signs, maybe we could deduct some of that money out of that budget to put it elsewhere, okay, like striping or putting school zone on the streets. And I had one time when sitting up there, I proposed that we double and triple the fines, moving violation fines by people with no going to the magistrate and pleading, I'm sorry, I did this, I have no point. No, you get a ticket, you pay it, you go through the state, you get the points on your license. No different. This is how you're going to teach people how to drive respectfully, because they're getting away with murder every day. I almost got hit here at Ford Road in Gully making a left-hand turn where a guy just ran a red light, didn't care. People don't stop. I don't care if you flash them or what. They won't stop at stop signs. So the money could be used for the signs, yes, but other things can be done for a lot, for that kind of money. You put $760,000 in one pile, I'm afraid that's going to go by the wayside like the dodo bird. Okay? And the other thing is when we got a grant for the master plan, I believe the only person here, as I mentioned before, that was involved with that was Councilman Tom Wenzel, which I believe he should be there because he knows all about it, at least the process. And why does the water department have to pay for that? The master plan's for the entire city, all the departments. The water department shouldn't bear the cost of that because that gets passed on to me and everybody else that turns on a faucet. That's wrong. That's definitely wrong. And you have yourself, Mr. Mayor, we got to control the water money, the bills. And now we're adding more to it, just the water department? Every department should bear a cost of that, not just water. And I'll be watching for that, okay, because that's very important to me. And then after the meeting, I'd like to say something to you in private, Mr. Mayor, because it needs to be private. Okay.
Am I seeing Ray or Raymond?
That's going to be up to you, okay? Hopefully it's Ray, okay? But God bless everybody.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, Council Chair, Honorable Mayor, and all the Honorable Council people, and our Secretary, and our City Clerk. Thank you.
Council Chair?
Yeah, go ahead, Mayor.
I just want to respond to about, I don't even think we have 2,891 stop signs in the city, so you're not going to get that many. But we were given an award for $850,000, and one of which has to be used is at the corner where Joey Smith passed away, God rest his soul. There'll be an uprise, and we're actually raising the street right there as as a growth. And so this is being piloted, and then a lot of the things that we're purchasing, even though we budgeted for it from last year's budget, doesn't mean we're going to use it all. We then received a grant for it.
I've been there before and done that, so I know how that money.
Yeah, yeah.
Trust me, time for me.
Sue Kaminsky, Amboy Street, Dearborn Heights. Just very quick, I know I said Golfview Manor was going to disband. A few people have gotten together. I don't have final information other than it's going to continue at a lesser level than what we had before. Not as many events, not sure about the newsletter, so more to come. And that was it.
That's
Thanks.
great news. Thank you very much. Any more comments from public in person? Please state your name, street, city you live in.
Leslie Winless, Annapolis Street in Dearborn Heights, Michigan, 48125. Speaking for Thrive by any means necessary, just want to thank everybody who has been a part of an amazing year that we had last year. Councilman Hassan Ahmad, Councilwoman King, Councilman Breyer, Councilman Wenzel, Clerk Linsenia, Treasurer Lisa Hayes Clayton, Mayor Mo Beydoun. We appreciate all of you guys, all of your support, the libraries, and of course the fire department. They're my favorite. He knew I was going to shout out the fire department. And I also want to invite the community as well as our elected officials to 2 upcoming events. The first one is going to be on February the 28th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And that is in honor of Alexia Frederick, who passed away at O.W. Best Middle School about 2 years ago. We're going to be doing a birthday party for her. It would have been her 16th birthday. And we're going to be donating all of the gifts that are brought to the Detroit Children's Hospital in her memory. And then the next event is going to be April the 25th from 6 to 8 p.m. at O.W. Best Middle School. And that will be our annual prom dress giveaway in honor of Liliana Kerr, who passed away at Wayne Metro Head Start a few years back. Her mom and I will be doing a prom giveaway, and we'll be collecting prom dresses and tuxedos leading up to that event. Thank you all again. Appreciate all of the support we've gotten from the city and from all of the residents. And and Rashida Tlaib, she donated too. So we appreciate her office as well. Thank you all. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you so much. This for all the amazing stuff that you do in the city. We do thank you.
Thank you so much.
Again, Angela Venegas, Dearborn Heights, Dwight Street. I just wanted to bring this up.
Oh, how nice now. You can speak at the end too.
Yes, isn't that nice? You're blessed twice today. Everybody's talking about water, and people have always come up here talking about astronomical water bills, and I've always had to listen to people, but I actually have 2 neighbors on my block that actually got in touch with me this past week. One, his house has been vacant for the last 2.5 months. They've been in Lebanon. He received a $1,200 water bill. There's no leaks in his house. He's had it checked out. And the neighbor next door to him, whose water bill is usually about $250, was an $800 water bill. So I just wanted to make the administration aware that this is still going on. I don't know what we're going to do to correct this, but this is the first time that I've known somebody who this has affected. So it's heartbreaking because people are struggling. And I just want to wish everybody a blessed Ramadan and Lent. And I want to thank this council, this administration, that even though we have our differences as a community, we are strong. And I love you guys, and just have a great day.
Thank you very much. Just make sure your neighbor gets with Mrs. Lapointe regarding the bill. All right. Any more comments in person?
Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to come up here and introduce myself.
Mention your name and street that city you live in.
Okay, yeah, my name is Elena Burke. I live in Detroit on West Grand Boulevard in the New Center area. I'm the community liaison. I'm the community liaison for Rashida Tlaib's office, so I'll be coming to some of these meetings. And are you Ray or Raymond right now? Okay, as Mr. Ray said, we can help you all with any federal issues that you're having, whether that's with Social Security, veterans issues, IRS, immigration, passports, FEMA, HUD, and we have 2 neighborhood service centers, one in Southfield on Berg Road near Southfield and 10 Mile, and we also have one on West Outer Drive near Outer Drive in Southfield. If you all need the phone number, I'm going to say it now. For our Detroit office, it is 313-463-6220. If you have, like I said, those federal services that you need some assistance with, please feel free to call us. And right now we're ironing out our coffee hour schedule, so we'll be doing coffee hours throughout the district. So as soon as we have some days, we'll let you all know. Thank you.
Very much. Thank you. Let's move on to Zoom, Madam Clerk. Please state your name.
Again.
Good evening.
You know who I am, Dana Parrish, Granville Park, Dearborn Heights. I forgot to yell at the mayor of Millage. I heard Councilman Saab's comments, and I also heard the recommendation about getting together with administration I also heard the treasurer talk about the dollar fee. I wasn't complaining about the dollar fee, honestly. One of the things that I wanted to see if the mayor could kind of take a look at through his Director of Information Technology, Mr. Cooper, see if the departments, especially the treasurer's office, is actually utilizing BSNA to its full potential. Because I think a lot of these problems that we're seeing could be eliminated and the process could be sped up, because the posting on these transactions is instantaneous through BSNA online. As soon as you do it, it shows up in your account. You don't need paper, it's just done immediately. I can say just by my personal experience, I can tell you that it wasn't done by BSNA. The computer was done, but it wasn't posted through BSNA. So we spent a lot, we meaning the city, has spent a lot of money on BSNA, a lot of money on BSNA training. We need to use it to its fullest potential. So, Mr. Mayor, if you can, have your IT director look and see if all of our departments are using it as to its fullest potential, because it could save us a lot of time and we could be very, very productive if we just use the system that we have. Everybody have a good night. Happy birthday, Councilwoman Malinowski Maxwell.
Thank you.
We share the same birthday month, by the way.
Cool.
And good night, everyone.
Happy birthday yourself. Whether belated or recent.
Council Chair,
Mayor?
I just want to respond back to Mr. Parrish, if I may. Great. I want you guys to know that the IT director, Mr. Cooper, has actually received a grant alongside of Michelle from Plant Moran. We received a $127,000 grant to offer the BSNA cloud that we went out and, paid for $300,000. We got $127,000, or sorry, $148,000 of a grant. And then we received an additional $70,000 grant from the State Treasury Department for them to come out here and train all of our city employees on the BSNA cloud. So yes, that is coming in. Every department, the state is mandating, though, under this grant, that they have to follow these rules. So like the treasurer's office is going to have to follow the rules that the state is telling them to do. The building department is going to have to follow the rules that the state is mandating them to do. And if we don't follow those rules, we're gonna have to pay that money back. And so we're gonna follow the rules. So, but I agree, and thank you for that. Our chief of staff actually today sent out an email to the building department director asking to get a couple of the employees that are trained on BSNA to set aside 2-3 hours to be able to cross-match so that other employees can learn all different departments. And so we're actually taking a different initiative to cross-train all the employees to be able to know how to do every different department. So there's a lot of different initiatives that are coming in here. I see you smiling at me, so I'm assuming you want me to stop speaking, so I'll stop there.
No, go ahead, man, please. I love everything you're saying, to be honest with you. I mean, I love the way you're handling all the stuff and the way, your leadership, it's second to none, to be honest with you. So keep it coming, keep those grants coming, and move us to the future.
Thank you. Can't wait to speak to Raymond after.
You want Ray.
I mean, I suggest taking the chief with you, maybe?
Nah.
No. Let's, any more, Madam Clerk, on Zoom?
I want to get out of here.
I see none. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn by Councilman Saab, seconded by Councilwoman King. Any? I'm sorry. Councilwoman Malinowski Maxwell?
Two females here.
I'm so sorry. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
We're not done yet. Any opposed? The ayes have it. Motion adjourned. Thank you very much. 7:45.